What is up? It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. I have 5 quick tips for you to help win your next offer. Before I do that, if you have any buyers that you're working with that are not completely satisfied with their current lender, I would love to have a conversation with them, see if I can get them a better rate, a better payment, better understanding of the process and the closing costs. That's commonly what happens when we get clients who were working with another lender. They're usually very grateful for the education. So if you have anybody, we would love to help them. So 5 quick tips. Number one, make sure that your lender covers the appraisal gap with your buyers. If you're offering over asking, your buyers need to understand that money needs to come from somewhere, right? Either they're waiving their appraisal and then they're completely on the line. And I have a separate video I can send you if you need to know more about waiving the appraisal contingency, what that means, when you need to worry about that, and when it's a completely non-issue for you to just go ahead and waive. So addressing that appraisal gap, either by you making sure that the client's aware, or by by myself or their lender explaining to them exactly what it means to waive the appraisal contingency, or to offer over asking and giving the seller and the listing agent the confidence that they're not going to be back on the market in 2 to 3 months or whenever, because the appraisal didn't come in and we didn't have the money to close. So that's number one. Number two is winning your offer with cash and then closing with a mortgage. So a lot of people right now have money, and maybe your clients aren't telling you that they're all cash buyers, but if they lose out on a couple of really great houses, they might be able to go back to mom or dad or a family member, rich uncle who's got the cash that can easily let them borrow that, give them that to close with. But most of the time, what's happened 3 times in the last 2 months, we've gotten an offer accepted with cash, and then I was able to get the financing in place fast enough to close with the mortgage. The one other time, the seller was adamant that they would not accept a mortgage at closing, so we closed that deal with cash and then did a refinance to get them the money. But closing with cash or winning with cash is a great option. That's tip number two. Tip number three is recasting. So if you are not contingent on selling your house, and right now most are not going to accept the contingent offer, the workaround there is we go in at a lower down payment, 5%, 10% down. Then after we close on the purchase, they close their sale. You can take the proceeds from that sale, make a principal reduction payment to the mortgage, and we will recast the payment to the new principal amount. So they're getting that payment they wanted as if they had sold their house, as if they used those proceeds at the closing, but this just happens after closing, which is a great option. We've been using that for a while. Number four, post-possession. Nobody wants to move out the day of closing. What if we could offer them a week, a month? Legally, you got to check with the attorneys. I know for owner-occupied mortgage, you have 60 days. Anything beyond that goes in a separate addendum, and I don't ever want to see it. Fifth, make sure that you're charming the listing agent. Find out if they're accepting escalation clauses. Find out what they like in an offer, what's important to them, to their seller, and what would piss them or their seller off, so we don't do that. Then just following up and making sure that we know, so we could go back to our client on when we can expect an answer. If we get it, awesome. If we don't get it, find out why. Ask what won. You don't need to know the price. What were the terms that your seller wanted that we didn't have? And that will be very useful moving forward. These are my 5 tips for you. I hope you find them helpful. Let me know if you want that appraisal contingency video, and I'll speak to you soon.